They really would just release anything, wouldn't they?
I don't like to start off on a negative note, but what option does Wild Cardz leave me? I mean, even the name feels like a punch to the face.
Wild Cardz. It really is that little extra bit of stupid that separates the awful from the god-awful, doesn't it?
Not like it really needed the help, because from top to bottom, Wild Cardz looks to be a painful sit. I mean, sure, the runtime says it's only 50 minutes, but all that means is that you'll be infuriated to the point of speechlessness in less than 50 minutes. Oh, and how can we forget this little tagline? Great for fans of Cardcaptor Sakura.
You know what else is great for fans of Cardcaptor Sakura? Scabies. Because I assure you, it is less painful than Wild Cardz.
From the director of New Cutie Honey? Only Central Park Media would name drop two different, infinitely better anime that you could be watching on the DVD they desperately want you to watch.
But we're not here to talk about Cardcaptor Sakura, and I already told you about New Cutie Honey. No, we are here to talk about Wild Cardz. And if that doesn't depress you, then your heart is pumping pure Prozac.
We begin with your typical anime preamble, that is to say, typically confusing, with a chase after what looks like a member of Team Rocket. We're introduced to our heroines as they apprehend the thief using their superpowered motifs, playing cards.
Casa! Coco! Sunday! Joe?
Yes, here to serve the king, idols to the nation.
Ready? Here come the Crown Knights!
Oh, child. We're gonna have some fun tonight.
Right out of the gate, Wild Cardz sets the land speed record for sucking. In just under 3 minutes, we know exactly what we're in for. A dub that sounds like they recorded it as a joke, characters that are infuriatingly cheery and obnoxious, and a vapid story that's the intellectual equivalent of holding your breath for 8 minutes.
I thought I was ready before, but now I'm coming out swinging.
The story actually begins on a seemingly quiet day that's shattered when an unidentified object rises like Leviathan out of the briny deep to lay waste the kingdoms of man. Or, cards, as it were. And it seems Dr. Raymond Stantz chose a pawn to be the form of the city's destruction. Nice thinking, Ray.
A UFO. But the shape is so familiar.
Are you for real? Like, have you never played chess before? Is this a world without chess? You can't be this stupid.
Wow, that's some chrome dome.
Alright, I'm sorry. Is this pawn being played by Colin Mockery, or Patrick Stewart, or Yul Brenner, or Doug Walker?
Who brought that large trophy?
Okay, closer than Chrome Dome, but it's a pawn! You mouth-breathing, brain-dead dolts!
It's not a trophy. You mean the snowman?
You know what? Fine. You're right. It's a frickin' snowman. I might as well be arguing with a goddamn goldfish.
The girls decide to shove it and settle on calling it the White Column, which is apparently more important than the fact that ninjas are literally jumping out of the ocean and attacking them. Yeah, you heard me. Goddamn ninjas.
And I'd like to say that this is the worst anime that ninjas have been in this year, but nope.
Still, the plot refuses to slow down and take a breath as we immediately jump to Diamonds Are Forever here, attempting to use her super speed to launch herself like a missile and take out the pawn. But she just bounces off like a fly on a windshield.
Aya! Oh, towering destroyer! Aya is right! Aya is right!
Okay! Ha ha! You know what? I'm not surprised that there's a racist Chinese caricature here. Strike that. I'm not as surprised that there is a racist Chinese caricature here, so much as I'm surprised that this is the first time we've encountered this since Mad Bull 34.
I'm not sure how Central Park Media should have handled this other than not picking up this tripe in the first fucking place, but it's plain as day that this character is a riff on Chinese stereotypes.
But how bad exactly is this character? Are we talking about blackface and Looney Tunes bad, or is this simply Jar Jar Binks and...
Yeah! Me do it! Me do it!
think I'm gonna file this under playing the jazz singer on Martin Luther King Day bad.
I mean, even if you were willing to overlook this, the fact that the actor puts on this phony-ass Fu Manchu accent just makes it more difficult to understand him. I don't even know what the hell he's got to do with anything going on, other than he's being seduced into taking over the pond by this woman for some reason.
I kind of dabbled into this discussion last episode, but I think it's high time we really asked ourselves something. Why is it in anime that no matter what a character's nationality is, they can always speak perfect, fluent Japanese? And I can already hear your fingers typing. Let me continue.
Yes, hiring a voice actor that can speak more than one language would be a nightmare and a half. And yes, the suspension of disbelief is required no matter what you're watching, but this is a discussion that needs to be had, especially in regards to world building. If you want a more recent example, let's take a look at Shenhua from Black Lagoon.
We take you to base only than getting the money. We not interested in work more.
My partner has the fucking documents. Do you follow? Understand you? Yes? You got that, Chinglish?
My English not very good because I am pure Taiwanese. Maybe you'd like for me to skin your ass?
Now, same sort of context here. A Chinese caricature, or rather in Shenhua's case, a Taiwanese caricature, complete with just off the boat accent. Except in Shenhua's case, the accent is purposefully bad.
She's proud of her heritage and hates the fact that she has to speak English, thus she makes no attempt to refine it. Yes, a racist portrayal is defended and exonerated by the character's jingoism. How's that for a mindfuck?
But what happens when you look at that exact same scene in Japanese?
Well, it's the exact same conversation, save for less colorful language out of Revi, but the point is that Shenhua explains that her English is bad, even when she wasn't speaking English. So, according to this universe, they're speaking English, but you're hearing Japanese, all for the benefit for the Japanese audience.
All I'm saying is that this moment, and many more like it, make way more sense in English than it does in Japanese. If you're going to have your characters speak a language other than what the audience is hearing, don't draw attention to it.
By the way, your Russian is superb.
Ugh. Okay, alright, fine. Back on track. Yes, there is a completely unnecessary and unfunny Chinese caricature here, and yes, he is being voiced by a screeching nitwit. And yet, he's still not the worst actor here.
Next up, Heart Division. Heart gyros, all forward.
We meet again, old foe, but this time will be the last. Because she didn't do anything else.
Yes, the voice of Taint Misbehaving from Voltage Fighter Go Kaiser, and whoever this was in Battle Arena Toshinden, belongs to none other than one of anime's most embarrassing scraps of dirty laundry, Apollo Smile.
I've been hesitating about talking about Apollo Smile directly for a while now, mainly because I don't have a lot of positive things to say about her, and I don't want to come off like I'm a bully. But this is the last anime she ever did, and if I don't talk about her now, then I'll never get a chance to. So, please allow me to say my piece and properly bookend my own personal saga with Apollo Smile. Apollo Smile may very well be the worst and yet somehow most interesting voice actress I have ever heard.
That she didn't really have any acting talent is immediately obvious to anyone who has ever heard her perform.
Ooh, I am the ghost of the one who was beaten to death by you in a karate match.
But she was more than an actress. She first was a pop singer and even had a song of hers featured on the soundtrack to a Tom Cruise movie. Unfortunately, that Tom Cruise movie was Days of Thunder, but that wasn't her fault. Still, in the late 90s, she reinvented herself as a quote-unquote live-action anime girl, and what that's supposed to mean, I don't know. Her shtick was just her performing her concerts to conventions that would have her while wearing tight exercise clothes, and if that counts as being a live-action anime girl, then Sporty Spice beat her to the punch. She also managed to self-publish her own manga and wound up hosting Sci-Fi's Anime Block in '98. and that went about as well as one can reasonably expect.
Groovy. This is the final night of the Sci-Fi Channel's Anime Film Festival, and we're going to show you a film that is going to warp your sense of time and space.
However, her break came when she was cast as Ulala from Space Channel 5, a role she still plays today when Sega wants to throw Ulala in whatever crossover game they want to ape from Nintendo. Last I read, she's teaching dance up in Connecticut.
And, well, there you have it. A pop singer turned live-action anime girl wound up having her own little weird place in the Stygian history of anime in America. And on the off chance, if Apollo Smile is watching this, then I want to talk directly to her. Miss Smile, we may have had our differences. Okay, I may have had my differences with you. You probably don't know who the hell I am, nor care to relive your own personal history. Like I had to, which was time I can't get back. And there you are, up in Connecticut, collecting your royalty checks whenever some hipster douchebag has a bad movie night and buys Days of Thunder. I'm just some internet asshole with a YouTube channel. How dare I say anything about you? What I mean to say is, we cool?
So yes, Hearts on Fire tries to stop the pond from moving, but again, more ninjas bamf out of nowhere and thwarts them. Again with the frickin' ninjas. Meanwhile, Diamonds on the soles of her shoes ain't giving up, and manages to crack the surface, but before they can exploit its new weakness, guess who tries to stop them?
Ah! Joe, Kai! So this is your doing!
No, Joe, no, my fault. Tower not mine, but me take tower now.
No, me fault, yeah, right! Nation upset, you fault!
No, me no destroy. Me no criminal!
Okay, for everyone's sanity, let's just assume that every time this character appears on screen, you want to take a golf club to your DVD player. Got it?
Egg Shen nearly takes the pond, but I guess it was actually a knight in disguise.
Change What happened?
The chrome dome turned into a horse scene!
A rocking horse!
It looks like a stone pony!
No, it's a knight! It's a knight! It's a gigantic chess piece!
So you do know what chess is? Then how the fuck did it take you so long to figure out that... Wait, hold the phone. What the fuck did you call it?
It's a gigantic chess piece!
A chest piece, eh? What kind of chest piece? A breastplate? A hauberk? A placard? A brigandine? A cuirass? Or were you talking about something else?
Now that they finally figured it out, it's only a matter of time before Black makes his move. Clubland and Total Eclipse of the Heart manage to blow their way onto the White Knight, leaving Lucy in the sky with diamonds to fend off... him. And then this guy shows up, and I don't know who the fuck he is or why he's dressed up like one of James from Pokemon's disguises.
Guys... I don't know what's going on anymore. I have no idea where these chess pieces came from or why ninjas are bamfing all over the place. Am I imagining this? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Because what I'm seeing is defying description.
Is Inda Club popping pills to gain her strength back while bug-eyed ninjas are shocked like they got hit by Zeus's thunderbolt? Is Groove is in the Heart trying to integrate herself into the White Knight's master control program?
Is Uncle Cracker trying to reinvent his dead career by becoming a monster truck driver? Admitted, of all the three I just mentioned, that one is the most plausible.
With the two knights battling each other, the four only have 8 or so minutes to stop them before they warp out. And that's bad for some reason. I get why they want to save the two on the White Knight, but why do they want to stop them from going away? Makes no sense!
As you've probably begun noticing, there really isn't a plot to speak of in this anime. At all. A pawn rises out of the sea, starts destroying the town, and the rest of the story is just the girls trying to stop it. That's it.
And when you have a 50-minute OVA have about 5 minutes of story packed next to 40 minutes of mind-numbing action, it's just tedious. The actual animation on display here is alright, and I've certainly seen worse, But this is about the least invested I've ever been in an action scene. Club Can't Handle Me is doing battle with that one temptress, and I guess the ninjas are on her side, but I have no idea why at all. And with such little known about either character or the stakes, how can I possibly care? Even if the temptress is somehow controlling the Black Knight with her wolf robot.
Fuck it, whatever, it's almost through.
So, My Heart Will Go On manages to contact what's controlling the White Knight, and apparently they're fighting the Black Knight because, well, that's just what they do. No mention of who the fuck created them, by the by. Still, she manages to plant her final bomb card in the control room, and Diamond Dog stays with it to make sure it goes off. Because, get this, even with the Black Knight destroyed, it still wants to destroy the city because its castle looks like a rook. With only moments before impact, Diamonds and Pearls manages to set off the bomb, but is caught in the blast, and it's only by the virtue of Ace of Spades, yeah, you forgot about her, didn't you? Using her castle's laser defense matrix and nudity does she stop the flaming wreckage from destroying the castle.
But what of Diamond Girl, I hear you all ask?
Hey, where am I anyhow? Am I dead? There seems to be no other way out. But which is the one? What the hey? Even number red, odd black.
You mean to tell me that every single moment of this amazingly stupid OVA, the racist caricature, the nonsense story, the go-nowhere plot, the horrendous dub, everything was building up to a is she alive ending?
There was no way this piece of shit could have ended any better. I mean, think about it. You have nearly 50 minutes of the most insipid, puerile crap possible, all to lead up to one punchline. That almost makes this whole fuck pile worth it. Oh, but it isn't. It really isn't, but good on you for that ending, at least, Wild Cards. I'll give you that much, but... Oh. Woo. Blood rain. Till next time.
Long live your Lord High Regent Sage! Long live Benetopia!